What's up, guys? It's Azaran here, and we are back with Monotype Premier League 3 coverage. This is for the Sun and Moon metas. Shit. My bad. It's the Meteor Falls Miniors versus the Amber Aeros. So we've got Bax versus Arafine. Miniors on the closer side, and they're both rocking flying teams, and we'll see how this goes. Here we go. Bax leads off with Thundy. Arafine leads off with Gliscor. Arafine switches out into Zapdos as the Thundurus goes for a substitute. Thundurus goes for the nasty plot. He's ready to set up as the Zapdos goes straight for the discharge here. Thundurus is going to go for a substitute again. Discharge on the Zapdos. Thundurus is going to go for another sub. What is he doing? What is he doing here? Thundurus is going to go for a T-Bolt as Zapdos goes for a discharge. Boom. Does a lot. Now he's going to go into Mantine, sacking it. Arfine's going to sack Mantine here. And now Togekiss comes out. This is Scarf Togekiss. So he's going to switch out into Zapdos straight up here as Togekiss goes hard for the trick. He went for the T-Bolt. Like, I mean, that wouldn't be bad because there's a little Gliscor there, but... So now Gliscor comes out and the Thundurus is back in. Bax is going to switch out into Zapdos here as Arfine switches out into his own Zapdos. Bax is going to switch out into his Gliscor as Zapdos goes for the Roost. So this is a game about preserving the Zapdos. Charizard comes out as Gliscor gets up his rocks. So now Arafine has a free Mega Evolution, but Bax has the Mantine to tank hits from this Charizard Y. See, as that Fire Blast does laughable damage. Arafine's going to switch out into Skarm here, as Mantine just goes straight for the Scald, free Scald, get a nice burn here on the Skarmory. The Skarmory's probably going to get up the rocks of its own. As Thundurus comes out, no, Skarmory goes straight for the Defog here. Now Thundy gets another chance in with another kill, but now Zapdos is able to wall this Thundy to hell and back. Nice T-Bolt, does only 34%. Bax is going to switch out into Gliscor, as we've got a Discharge coming up from the Zapdos. And now back into Charizard Y we go, as Gliscor gets the rocks up once again, and then Bax has the immediate switch in of Mantine, and Solar Beam comes out, does 28%, does about the same as a Fire Blast to be honest. Now Gliscor is the switch in here, as Mantine goes for the Skull, only does 20% under the sun. God, this is so loud. Anyways, Thundurus comes out, Gliscor gets up a rocks of his own, so now both teams have rocks on the field. But now look at this, notice how the Thundurus is slowly recovering its health. Now it goes for the nasty plot here, and now it's time. Thunderbolt here's going to knock out the Zapdos, and that should be a GG, because the Togekiss's Scarf has been tricked. Yeah, I think it's been tricked. Yep. That's it. That's it. So Bax played it well, just waited for the Thundurus to get up to enough health. Nasty plot. And GG, he gets the sweep with Thundurus, nice 6-0, but a closer game than you would anticipate, but Nasty Plot Thundurus just decimates flying, so that's really unfortunate for Arafine. Oh, and he had the HP Fire, or HP Fire, HP Flying? What is it? HP Flying on the Thundurus? Huh. Interesting. Anyways, Bax takes a nice 6-0. Takes a nice 6 over his Arafine, and now we move on to the next battle here, which is Bush versus Paleo. And Paleo's got, you know, standard poison. Actually, no, not standard poison. We got Gengar poison because of Medicham and whatnot. And then we've got Bush here with Water, Toxapex, Ninja Balance, I guess. Balance Water. So Gengar, Toxapex, Swampert, blah blah, I can't even. Paleo goes into Venusaur as Bush gets up his rocks. Bush is going to switch out into Toxapex here, which is the best way to handle this before Gyarados gets off a Z-bounce. So Paleo goes for the Leech, goes out into Nihilego here as Toxapex just goes straight for the Skull. Gets a crit, no burn. With the Leech, he's going to recover some of it back out off. Bush is going to switch out into Swampert here as Nihilego gets rocks up on his own. And now we go back out into Venusaur as Swampert goes for the Roar. Good play. Drags him back out into Toxapex here. Paleo is going to switch out into Venusaur. Mega Formation as Swampert goes straight for the EQ. Bush is going to switch out into Gyarados here. Leech Seeds here. Does, you know, whittles the Gyarados a little bit with the rocks and leech damage. Gyarados goes straight for the waterfall. There's a fuck ton to the muck. I don't get why Toxapex was not the switch in. So now Gyarados goes straight for the Supersonic Sky Strike. And he gets the Moxie boost here. So now we go into Gengar. And Toxapex is going to be the switch in for Gengar. As T-Bolt comes out, does 48% and gets the pair on the Toxapex. I can't tell if that's good or bad because the Toxapex isn't burnt. So Paleo predicts the switch out and goes for the Shadow Ball onto the Swampert. Gengar goes for his Z move, Never Ending Nightmare. It's able to knock out the Swampert, which is actually pretty good. And now Keldeo comes out. Paleo is going to switch out straight into Toxapex here. The Water Resist. Doesn't want to risk his Venusaur yet. And now Gyarados is the Mon that decides to come out as Paleo switches back out into Venusaur here. Paleo is going to switch out into Crobat here, letting his Venusaur get whittled because he predicts the taunt Gyarados. Good play, good play. And now Toxapex is the switch in on Bush's part as Crobat goes straight for the Brave Bird. Takes some damage because there's no Rocky Helmet on this Toxapex. Bush switches out his Pex into Greninja. As the Crobat goes straight for the U-turn, it's super effective, but it only does 48%. And now Toxapex comes out. With no Muck, he can go for extra Sensory, but the Greninja goes for the Spike here, as the Toxapex goes for a cover. Bush is going to switch out into a Toxapex of his own, and now he's just probably going to try to fish for a Scald Burn here. I can respect this play. Bush switches out into Manaphy, as Toxapex continues to go for the Scald. Gets the burn on the Manaphy, unfortunately. What if this Manaphy has Rain Dance? Manaphy goes for the Tail Glow, and Toxapex is just going to go for the Haze. So the burn and the leftovers are canceling each other out. But now we have Crobat coming in, as Manaphy goes for a Tail Glow again. And now Manaphy gets a huge hit off, not before the Crobat does 37% to the Manaphy. Ice Beam comes out and bops the Crobat. And now Gengar should be coming out. Yep, Gengar should be coming out. T-Bolt should do a fuck ton here and not be able to knock out the Manaphy. I doubt the crit mattered there. Now we got Keldeo coming out. And Paleo withdraws Gengar back out into the Water Resist. The Keldeo counter. Keldeo goes for the Hydro Pump here. It's not able to do enough as Toxapex just goes for the Scald here. A little risky, but I don't think a crit would have even mattered there. Toxapex goes to recover, Paleo's Toxapex at least, as Bush brings in his own. Paleo switches out his Toxapex and goes back out into Venusaur here. And I'm assuming Toxapex, yeah, is just going to go for the free Scald. And Venusaur is going to recover 100%. As Gyarados comes in, Venusaur goes for the Synthesis here. Paleo is going to switch out into Toxapex now. Get hurt by the Hazard. Gyarados goes for the bounce, but now Paleo can knock it out on the landing of the bounce with a Scald. So down goes Gyarados. And at that point, without bounce, then Venusaur just wins against the team. I don't think extra Sensory, even if he has it, will be enough. Well, I don't know. Maybe Bush didn't even have extra Sensory. So that's the end of that battle. Now we move on to the best of 3 for the Miniors versus the Aeros. And that would be Ein versus Tsunami. And Ein has the nice C team here with the fairy mono versus this dark mono. So we'll see how this plays out. Ein leads off with Magearna. Tsunami leads off with T-Tar here. He switches out into Sableye as Magearna goes straight for the Volt Switch. That's 46% to the Sableye. Jesus fucking Christ. Sableye Mega Evolves, goes for the Fake Out. Clef is flinched down. A little bit of whittle. Ein switches out into Azu here. As Tsunami switches out into T-Tar. T-Tar is switched out, back into Sableye we go. Play Rough misses, so some nice luck. Sableye goes for Fake Out, more chip damage. But Play Rough is able to connect this time, and down goes the Mega Sableye. Now we've got Greninja here, which could pose a threat. Goes for the Spikes, so now the Klefki can't T-Wave this turn. Klefki goes for Spikes of his own, as Greninja goes for another set of Spikes. Klefki goes for the Light Screen, and Tsunami goes and gets up his third layer. And now we go into T-Tar here. Klefki goes for a second layer of Spikes of his own, and now Clef is here, doesn't do anything. Now Now Tsunami has full hazards, and Iron has full hazards except for one spike. The T-Tar goes for the T-Wave. This is Rock Slide Paralysis. Holy lord. Okay, so this is how it's going to be. So Iron just goes for the Moonblast there, just to whittle down the T-Tar. Rock Slide, flinch, or parry here would do it, but the Clef is able to soft boil it up. Rock Slide here. Moonblast out. So Rock Slide here, and he flinches, There's the para. That's what he needed. So down goes Clefable, but now the special wall of T-Tar is now whittled. No sand, only at 26. Gonna come back in with less HP, and he has no choice but to sack it to the Coco. As we go out into Muck Alolan formation. Iron's gonna switch out into Klefki here. Hopefully this Muck has Fire Blast. Goes straight for the Poison Jab though. Klefki goes for the Light Screen, as the Muck does go for Fire Blast. Gets a crit, gets a nice crit. Klefki goes for the Reflect, as the Muck goes for the Knockoff. Klefki's gone. Coco comes out. Coco goes for the T-Bolt, does 27. Does nice 27 to the Muck, and the Muck is able to knock it out here. Tapu Bulu is now the switch in here. Wood Hammer should obliterate. Yeah, Wood Hammer obliterates the Muck straight up. And now we go out into Mandibuzz, powerful Mandibuzz, and Magearna is the switch in. Mandy just goes straight for the Roost here, and if this thing is Shift Gear, it should be Curtains, but this Magearna actually, no, it's probably Specs. It goes for the Floor Cannon, knocks out the Mandibuzz. Now we go out into Sharpedo here. Install some screens with Protect, I'm thinking. Floor Cannon, boom. He's probably gonna sack Greninja. No, he's not. He's just gonna go for a flinch. He gets a crit here. Does he get the crit flinch? Nope. And there goes the Floor Cannon. So I think he loses because that's Scarf Bulu. So if it was Scarf Greninja, he'd have to lock himself into like an HP Fire of sorts. So you go. Oh wait, Ice Beam. So Ice Beam Freeze is still possible. Tapu Bulu comes out. No, it's Life Orb though. I'm so stupid. And Bulu's just able to finish it off with a superpower, and that is a GG. Iron takes a close 2-0 victory, actually. A close 2-0 victory. Tsunami played that very well, trying to get the matchup in his favor. So, we move on to game 2 here, which is Iron versus Tsunami again, but this time Iron's got the Ghost Mono, and he hits the C team correctly again as Tsunami brings the Mega Metacham team. So we'll see how this goes. Iron goes into Sableye as Deoxys is the lead of choice. Latios comes out. Sableye goes straight for the Calm Mind, not fucking around. Latios goes for the Surf. It's Life Orb Latios, and that Surf does laughable damage. Latios goes for the Draco Meteor, does 61%. As Sableye goes for another Calm Mind, so provided no crit, he should be able to live here, and he does. And I think at that point, you might have to just watch out. You have to find an appropriate time to bring in your Victini to do some damage to Sableye. Sableye goes to the Recovery here. Iron's going to switch out into Golurk as Lottie just continues to go for the Draco Meteor. Now Tsunami switches out into Deoxys as Golurk gets up his rocks. And now here's the perfect time to bring in the Victini on the double into Sableye. Good play, good play. Blue Flare only does 44%. My question is why he didn't go for V-Create. I don't know, unless it's like special. So in a Alolan Marowak we go, only does 27%, and at that point, yeah, wow. Tsunami just clicks X, and that's a GG, and Iron is able to take it 2-0. So that's the matchups for week 3 of the Miniors versus the Aeros. Hope you guys enjoyed, and tune in next time for the next video.